Hey guys, come on in. Let me get adjusted here. Come on in. As we start, guys, happy Wisdom Wednesday. It's Tashawn Burrell, your poverty counsel coach, and known to many as the Money Mom, right? So it is just my intentions today, guys, to inspire you, not just motivate you, right? Just coming with some weekly inspiration so that you can go on and continue to walk in purpose, live in prosperity, and definitely amp up your prayer life and your whole spiritual situationship, right? So as you guys come in, I want you to put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Also, go ahead and drop your city and your state. All right, go ahead and drop your city and your state. I'm also going to tap in real quick because if you can hear me, put a one in the chat. Because let me see. Okay, great. So we can hear. Yes. So shout out to you. I am that person that if you talk back to me, I'm going to talk back to you. So now that you all can hear me and see me clearly, let's go ahead and just pop off into this word and share with you guys what was on my heart this week to inspire you with. And at any time, if you're feeling it, go ahead and put some sevens in the chat. Let your girl know that I'm doing all right by you, all right? So the word that dropped in my spirit this week was no seed, no success. No seed, no success. And that came to me actually this morning. And if you follow me, you know I posted a post the other day and I was like, baby, the manifestation is so real. I wish y'all could have heard it in my voice how I felt that thing, right? Because I've literally been looking around and seeing how so much of what I've requested, so much of what I've sought after is definitely becoming tangible, and I'm actually being able to see it and hold it, not just in my mind's eye, not just in the spirit, but physically. And not only is that happening to me, but a lot of the people that I'm following, that I'm seeing on my timeline, you guys are manifesting things too. Stuff is coming into your life. Great things are happening. If you feel like you're in a season of manifestation, I want you to definitely go ahead and put me in the chat, right? Because this is your season. This is your time. And so as I was just kind of basking in what God is doing for so many of us, right? I also started to think about the people who may not have seen the physical manifestation yet, or the people that, it's so easy for you to get caught up in Facebook and Instagram and think that everything somebody show you, child, is 100% of how they living. And we already know that that's typically not always the case. And so there are so many people that will look to other successes and they'll say, why not me, or why not yet? And I want to encourage you to really start to look at seed. Do you have seed in the ground? Have you sown, right? Have you definitely put the work in to be able to see the success that you desire? And if you haven't, then I really want to inspire you to start planting right now, right? To really start getting your hands dirty and putting the work in, right? Put the work in. As you come in, go ahead and drop your city. Go ahead and drop your state or your country where you're tuning in from. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know you can see me by going ahead and putting ones in the chat. I definitely appreciate it. Hey. All right. So, what was I saying? Oh. So no seed, no success. A lot of times people are looking for their manifestation of their success, but I really want you to be inspired to make sure you have seed in the ground. And there are 4 things that I really want to outline today. And like I said, we're going to be very quick. The first thing I want to say is for those of you that have seeded much, right? To whom much is given, much is required. But also those people that have much seed in the ground expect a massive harvest, right? Expect a massive harvest. And definitely to my super duper visionaries, my moms, my entrepreneurs, people that feel like they're juggling so many different things. I want to encourage you at this time, because there once was a time where you didn't have all that to juggle, right? So many times we focus on what we don't have, we miss out on what we do have. And what is happening in the season, if you feel like the juggle is real, honey, I know they say the struggle is real, but if you feel like the juggle is real, right? I'm a mom, or I'm a dad, I'm running a business, or I got a new job, right? I got all these other demandments that are on me. I want you to start to look for the blessing in the burdens, because at one point, these were all things that you prayed for. And so while you may feel like you do not have the balance, right? Just start to pray and seek God for order. Start to seek Him for instruction, and just really be grateful for what you do have. Those of you that have seeded much, I really want to encourage you and let you know that, guys, that there's going to be a massive harvest on the way. But here are my points, and I'm going to get on out your way, because this pregnant child is sweating. I'm over here, this light, it's whole hotness. All right. So, here's what I want you to do. When looking to see the success and manifest the success and really truly walk in your successes, I want you to, number one, check your ground. So there's a story, a parable in the Bible. There's a parable in the Bible where Jesus is talking about seeds and planting seeds. And one second. Child, listen, I don't know what, listen, somebody definitely probably need this, because it has been more interruptions, more things, one after the other. And usually when there's a lot of resistance, then there's going to be a lot of good results on the other side. And so for those of you that are watching, that are tuning in, that will watch the replay, I just really want to encourage you to keep going, to keep plowing, to keep pushing through, because the mere fact that there's so much adversity in me trying to get this Wisdom Wednesday word out, honey, for me, that is reassurance that there's restoration on the way. That is reassurance that there's a revival coming into your household, into your business, into your marriage, into your life, that this word will be seeded and planted in good ground, that your hearts will receive it, just because the enemy is just trying it, period. So I wanted to definitely just hurry and wrap this thing up. Well, I'm not really trying to rush it, but again, all of the obstacles are just letting me know that this is something that definitely needs to be said. So like I said, in inspiring you on your way in your road to success midweek, I want you to start evaluating the ground, right? We're talking about being seeded for success. We're talking about planting yourself and positioning yourself to prosper, but making sure you're doing your part. All right. One's in the chat if you feel me. All right. So the first thing that you really want to do when you're looking to seed your success is to make sure, right, the ground is fertile. There's a parable in the Bible where Jesus talks about the farmer that goes to plant seeds, and there are 4 places in which he throws seeds in seed lands. The first place, hey Joy, how are you? The first place that he throws seed, and it happens to fall on the wayside, right, on the side of the road, right? It falls there on the side of the road. And then the second place is a stony place, right? It's a stony ground. The third place is a thornful ground. And the fourth place is finally a fertile ground, right? And so many of you are seeking success. You want to be successful, but you have to be able to survey your surroundings and see what kind of ground did you land on. Are you trying to build something on the wayside, meaning you are able to see what this opportunity can do, what the work can do in your life, but really you're getting nowhere because you're not planted in the right place. And so you check your ground by the people that you're surrounded by, right? The places that you're going, All right. And also the things that you are tuning into. What are you believing? Okay. And so many of us were planted on the wayside. We can see success. We can see other people that have been dealt our hand or have our story, or maybe even had your whole idea, child, and they're succeeding with it. But for some reason, we can't get to where we need to go. We're stuck. Right? You definitely want to check your environment. And most times it's the people that you're with or the people that you choose to listen to. All right? And so you want to make sure your belief, all right, is louder than the crowd in your unbeliefs. All right? The second place it said the seed fell on was a stony ground. Okay, was stony ground. This is a ground that the fruit or the plant was able, okay, to grow from, right? But it couldn't really attach roots there. All right. This is for the people that you've been in a place. Maybe you're a big fish in a small pond, right? You've been the person that, you've seen success, you've tasted it, and maybe you've hit a plateau. All right, maybe you've hit a plateau. You've had the mentorship, you started this, but for some reason you can't get any bigger, you can't grow any higher, right? Maybe you're under some oppressing leadership, okay? Maybe you have maybe the wrong network of people around you in supporting you. Okay. And so one of the things that I really, really, really love about support, because a lot of times as I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and even mothers that are seeking to be entrepreneurs, the biggest thing that I hear in our strategy sessions is, I don't have the support. I want to do it, but I don't know if the people will support. Or, my people around me, they don't support. Okay. The reality is all you need is your belief. All right. And then the other thing is, shout out to Justin Owens. He said, if you can't change the people you're around, change the people you're around. Period. If people around you are not giving you the support, right, then change those people. Change the way the people that you seek or you seek after, right? Put yourself out there and not be that no new friend zone. Go out there and meet some people, child. Period. All right. The third place was the thorny ground. Now, this is the people that you've been planted. You have great roots. You're sprouting up, but maybe that imposter syndrome has attached itself to you, where you're not even able to cheer and win and cheer your own self on. You're your biggest threat. All right. Every time you have a win, you choke yourself out with your own self-limiting beliefs or doubts or frustrations, right? Or you're chasing after the wrong things. You're putting all the energy into going after the money or going after the wealth or seeking the status, right? Instead of really, truly allowing the journey to build you up and prepare you for those things. Okay? You don't seek after money. You don't seek after, wealth. You seek after purpose. You pursue your passion, and those things will find you and follow you. And so people that are planted in thorny places, they're able to see the success, but there are some things that choke them out. Sometimes it's a lack of belief. Sometimes it's an imposter syndrome. Sometimes it's just not really them getting the resources that they need. They're self-sabotaging. They're standing in their own way. All right. And then the fourth place that you can be seated is the fertile place, the fertile ground. This is the place to where you can grow as high and as wide as you need to grow. You're being watered by the right people, the right places, the right belief system. The support is there, but the drive and the hunger and the passion is there as well. This is where you want to be. This is where you see yourself going from here to there, growing better in all aspects of your life as a leader, health-wise, wealth-wise. This is a place of abundance, right? This is where you want to be planted. And I definitely believe that we're in a season, right, when you're at the perfect place at the perfect time to be planted in fertile ground. All right, so definitely check your ground. The second thing that came into me was planting season. All right, planting season. Once you know that the ground you have is sturdy, it's fertile, or it's time to be planted in a fertile place, listen, it's just time to get to work. Point blank, period. It's just time to get to work. So one of the things that I wrote in my notes was, it's definitely planting season. Some will be planted and others will be planting, right? Some will be planted and others will be planting. What does that mean? For the people that will be planted, right? That just means that there's a spot right now being prepared for you, right? There are doors that are opening right now. There are tables that are set and spread. There are people that are meeting that have your name in their mouth. There are people right now praying for your gift, for your purpose to come into their lives and help them, right? There's a season where God is definitely tilling the ground, right? And then also he's working on you in your heart. He's putting things before you. He's giving you images and dreams and visions and passions to go after, right? You're at the place where you're full. You're so ready, right? Some of you guys, he's transitioning you from place to place, from city to another city, state to another state. Maybe he's giving you a different route in ministry or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Maybe you're transitioning even from a bad breakup or a divorce or whatever the case may be. You're finding yourself, right? There is preparation happening and you're getting ready to be planted, honey. And that is a time to rejoice, because there can be no fruit. There can be no harvest if there's no seed in the ground. There can be no success if there's no seed. And so you are the seed. And so you're getting ready to be planted in something amazing. The other thing that I want to point out is, while others are being planted, some people are now planting, right? Some of you have been planted in places. You've grown, right? And you've seen the fruit. And what does fruit do when it's ripe? It falls from the trees, right? It falls from the trees. And many times, though, that fruit, there's seed that even comes from that. Let me tell you something. Many of you are getting ready to use the fruits and the labors of your hands, right? And start putting those things into work and putting those things into play. You're getting ready to plant some stuff. You're getting ready to sow. And I want to encourage you guys to start sowing where you want to grow. You're at a full place. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know what you desire. You know the gifts that you carry. Your posture is right. Come on, somebody. Your posture is right. And it is just right time for you to start impacting. And what I want you to start paying attention to is, now, where do you want to plant your seeds? Where do you want to grow? Start looking at leadership that will be able to cultivate the gifts that you have. Start seeking out mentorship. Start praying for the right people, attracting the right clients to your business, right? Start really, really, really getting focused on where you want your fruit. Child, come on, somebody. That soul where you want to grow is so true. It's so real. I remember a time where God started to deal with me with sowing, and I was good at giving and sowing into ministry and sowing into my church. But then when he started to revealing to me about sowing up, let me tell you something, sowing and giving up. A lot of times our thought process is to sow or give to people that are less fortunate than us. But there's something that happens when you get to a season of planting and God really pushes you to start sowing into people that are sitting in positions that are greater than you. When God starts telling you to start sowing into millionaires or billionaires or sowing into people, and you like, Lord, I know they got it. I know they ain't hurting for this. What you need to understand is, it's not about them. It's about your seed coming into agreement with maybe the anointing, the gift, the business, the grace, the favor that is in their ground. You're not sowing into that person. You're not sowing into their purpose. You are placing seed in a fertile place so that you can reap the same harvest. And so I really want to encourage somebody right now that maybe you're at a place where you know you're full and you're passionate and you're looking for leadership or you're looking for growth, or you see that person that is living and walking in your destiny or the same type of anointing that you desire or have on your life. I want you to get in your spirit to start to sow where you want to grow, right? Start to sow even where you want to go, right? You want to move to California? Start sowing into California. Start sowing not just with your money, right? But with your vision, with your passion, with your words. Start speaking those things that are not as though they were. And let me tell you something. Word is the most powerful seed there can ever be. You start planting the right words in the right places and watch how those words become thoughts and things and start moving and manifesting in your life. Let me tell you something, baby. It is your season to sow. If you believe that, I need you to catch that. You can go ahead and put sow in the chat, sevens in the chat, whatever it is you need to do. The third thing, if you're going to see success, right? And we're talking about seeding success tonight, okay? The third thing is check your belief. Do you believe in your seed? Do you believe in what you have to offer? Do you really? Do you really, really, really believe that you can do whatever you put your mind to? Do you really, really believe that when the thoughts come to your head to write the book, to start the journey, to pack up, to go ahead and start the family, to get married, to, whatever it is, the idea is to create the invention and do the product, do you automatically shut it down and start giving yourself reasons and excuses as to why you can't? When I'm done raising the kids. I just started school. I can't really start no business right now. I just bought this. I can't invest right now. I'm no good with numbers. I'm no good with people. I can't, really? Do you believe in the seed? Because many of us want the success. We're ready to seed ourselves for success, but there is no belief that the harvest will really come for us, right? And so I really need you to get it in your mind, in your spirit, in your emotions, that you have to believe. You have to believe in what you have and what you have to offer the world and what you have to give to the people that are called to your gift. And you even have to believe, not in the seasons of blessings. That's the easy part. Baby, you got to start believing during the times when you are broken. As a matter of fact, being broken is a requirement for believing in who you are and believing in what God showed you and what he told you. If you're going to be planted, all right, and if you're going to be seated for success, not only do you have to believe, but you have to believe in the broken seasons, and you have to embrace the broken seasons, because without being broken, there can be no breakthrough. What do I mean? If you think about a plant, when a seed is planted in the ground, right? Underneath all of that, first of all, it gets buried. And some of you guys, some of you guys are in a season where you think that you're dead. You think you buried, right? But really God is planting you. The same process of planting looks like the process of burial. You dig a hole, you put something in it, you cover it with dirt, you walk away. But the difference between being planted and being buried is that whatever went down when you were buried, it doesn't have the ability to come back up. All right. There's still life in you. God has not buried you. He hasn't buried your dreams. He hasn't buried your passion. He hasn't buried your promise or your purpose. He's planted you. And then you thought because you went through a season of brokenness that he forgot about you. But really, when you put seed in the ground, that seed has to be broken in order for the plant to come through. And then it has to break through the same dirt, my God, that imitated its burial. So many of the things that broke you, you're going to have to break through and push past when you're being planted. And the key to getting through those broken days is going to be your belief. You got to believe. You got to believe when it gets tough, when it gets hard, that this is still my portion. I am still called to be the first billionaire in my family. I am still called to be the first college graduate in my family. I am still called to be a mother that is going to excel in business. And as a wife, mother, daughter, sister, I am still that person. Can you believe in your broken days? The fourth thing that I want you to pay attention to in this season of being seeded for your success is what is watering you. What is watering you? What are you listening to? What's helping you grow? What's building you up? Who are you following? How much time are you wasting watching things that won't edify your purpose or bring life or value to the promises that are yours already? Pay attention to who, what, and where you're planted, because these things are going to water you for your next season, baby. And so with that being said, guys, I really just wanted to come on here and encourage you guys to know that you are seeded for success. All right. You've been planted for such a time as this. And I believe that your purpose and your promise is just on the horizon. Take note again to the ground in which you're planted, to the planting season. Many people fail during the planting season, right? Sow where you want to grow. Believe in what you have and watch who and what is watering you. Guys, I'm Tashana Burrell, your poverty cancel coach, the money mom. Listen, it is Wisdom Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you. If you're watching this on the replay and you found value in the things that we've said on tonight, go ahead and put some 7s in the chat. You can feel free to reach out to me via DM. Follow me on Instagram at Tashana Burrell. And I just look forward to continuing to inspire you. I want to hear your success stories. I want to hear your testimonies. And if this is, helpful and valuable, again, go ahead and put those 7s in the chat, like and share this. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.